Good morning, small players. Welcome to another episode of Free Market Scanning, where we go over the stocks that our scanner has picked up, determine levels of support and resistance that we are going to use to trade all day long. This morning, unlike the last 2 days of this week, the previous 2 days of this week, the scanner is very quiet. One of our instructors in the chat room runs a different scanner, so he actually gave me a few more stocks that I added here, and we'll review all of them so we have a little more to chart this morning. Our scanner specifically scans for gappers, which are stocks that are set out to open higher than the closing price of the previous day, have increased average relative volume, meaning the volume today is higher than a regular trading day, have low float, and high short interest. That's what we scan for. Okay, so this one, it's very clear that wants to try to hit, try to challenge 2.5. Shorts destroyed it, so a squeeze level would be a squeeze above 250. It's ways away, right? So we need a lot of bulls to get it there, but that's a key level. Before that, they shorted all of this, definitely shorted below VWAP. So before that, I would take break above VWAP for the first squeeze. VWAP is ascending, so you'll have to drag this down for the alert as VWAP keeps going down, but we can leave it here for now. Okay, so yeah, this one had a push. Shorts destroyed it. It's consolidating now, finding bottom. I personally don't want a reversal trade here because it's a little... this is technically good because what is this? The low here is 192. So this one's actually setting up a reversal trade off of 192. It's a little tricky because this EMA 20 line is serving as resistance, but for traders that like reversals, this is not a bad reversal trade. There's plenty of room to VWAP. Yeah, there's 5%, so you can probably catch a 3.5%, 4% move if you trade, a bounce off of 192 to VWAP. That's not a bad reversal trade. Those are they're a little more stressful because they don't move that fast, reversals. Especially, in the pre-market session because you don't have a stop loss. So what you end up doing is you end up watching, you have to really watch the trades that you're in because you cannot afford to, you can't just look at another stock at the same time because you don't have a stop loss to protect you. So that makes it a little harder. But anyway, that's what it is. I guess even this one. This one we've traded at some point at this level. Look, it was only at $5 yesterday. I talk about this a lot in the mornings, but just another proof that these are really dangerous to hold overnight because they have these pumps and then they dump. So, at some point it was at 14 because this is where our lines are. We've traded in this range, and then yesterday it was at 5. Now it's back at 14, but they're just too risky. I'd rather just trade them on the day they're hot than hold them overnight. You might get lucky once and make a lot of money, but then if you make it a habit, you lose a lot more times than you'll win, and you'll end up in a losing position. I like this chart because it has a lot of room to higher day. And it bounced here perfectly. So we see this sharp rejection here, 805. Gave a perfect bounce there. So it respects its levels very well. First bounce is the strongest. If it did a second one, we could trade that for a reversal. I wouldn't trade a third bounce. Third test of support is a short setup. But I would trade a break above VWAP on this one. That's gonna lower for this too. This no wonder these are ones. Okay, so that's it that the scanner has, but then I have a few more here. Okay, so this one's not on my scanner because I don't scan stocks cheaper than 80 cents. So, me personally, I probably would not be too interested in this one. It's a little too cheap for me. But we have this level here of 69, which was strong resistance. Once it broke above it, had a squeeze. Once it broke below it, shorts destroyed it. Plus, it probably had some bad news. We do like to trade that cat bounces, I have to say. So it's a nice setup. It's just a little cheap, the price range, but the setup's not bad. So basically, break above this level is a squeeze level, right? It's ways away, so we might not get the squeeze today, but we'll set the alert. In the meantime, a dead cat bounce, we've spoken about this in one of the morning sessions, is pretty much when a stock oversells on bad news. Short sellers destroy it, that they have to start covering their position, so there's some buying from their covering. Then long bias traders sort of hop on that train and trade the momentum on the upside. And then long-term investors that believe in the stock end up buying more because they're averaging down or they're just, taking an opportunity to load up on shares cheaper. So there's, a lot of that. There's swing traders that get stuck in a move they're trying to get out, so they average down, etc. This is the 1 minute chart. Let's see the 5 minute chart. It's going to be cleaner. I didn't realize I was looking at the 1 minute. I want to eat. 150, 158. A break above this level is also a squeeze level. It's a flat top there. It's consolidating on VWAP. I mean, I try to bounce here. Even if more volume came in on VWAP, you could trade it. Hypothetically speaking, on a stock that looks like this. Again, this one's a little too cheap for me. I might not even trade it personally, but these are the setups. BTB, if it was up here, it would probably be on scanner. But because it retraced the whole move, that's why it's currently not on scanner, but we traded it yesterday. So this is second day, continued momentum. It's normally a little tougher for longs. First day movers are the easiest for longs, toughest for shorts. And then as the day goes by, they become easier for shorts, tougher for longs. So this is a reversal trade here that one could take off of 175. 175 to VWAP is a nice move. It's an 8% move. That's a nice reversal trade. And then for momentum / breakout traders, break above VWAP. You also don't have to trade every setup. Some setups just speak to you more than others. Some people will only trade reversals. Other people will only trade breakouts. It's just whatever you understand and whatever makes you feel comfortable. Because being comfortable in the trade is very important because you need to follow your trade plan like a robot. And if something's making you uncomfortable, you're going to end up making mistakes. This one's also a little too cheap for my taste, but we've traded this one in the past. There were times when it would pump and be a little more expensive. Yeah, maybe break above this level. Traded this one yesterday, bouncing on 14 perfectly for a reversal trade. That's good. So this level, look, there's two big rejections or lower prices here on this level of 107, right? One rejection, two rejections. So now when we try to test that level is going to serve as resistance as it keeps, pulling back. It might find bottom here. one key psychological level, previous resistance. So you could trade bounce on one here to 107 or break above 107. This one's just about to break regrowth. Okay, guys, very fun talking to you every morning. I will see you in the chat room. Happy trading.